Well, let me tell you a quick story. I'm a fat guy, but I've lost a considerable amount of weight. I mean, I still look like a fat guy. And part of the way I've done it is just quit fooling myself. I stopped eating junk, I stopped drinking soda, and I'm eating well under the amount of calories I would eat in order to maintain my weight. I think, which is probably 2,300 calories, and I'm probably eating about 16 to 1,800 calories a day. And slowly but surely, I'm losing an ounce here and there. I initially lost a lot of weight all at once, and I knew it would eventually plateau, and it has. So I started walking, and I walked for 6 days. And two of those days, I walked 2 miles. But something has happened. I have developed a pain in my right toe that is absolutely excruciating, to the point where even if the blankets touch it at night, it wakes me up. It's that painful. So tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, I have an appointment with a podiatrist, and I'm going to see if I can talk him into giving me a cortisone injection in my big toe on my left foot and see if maybe I can't walk my way through this. And more than likely what it is arthritis. It's actually a common thing amongst people who have arthritis, and I do. I've got it in all my joints, but most noticeably in my hands and my shoulders. And now I'm feeling it in my feet, and it's making it very, very painful to walk. So I kept walking, even though my big toe on my left foot was hurting. So I was walking kind of funny, which made me put my right foot walking in a position that it's not used to walking in. So now my right foot hurts because my left foot hurts. So anyway, I stopped walking until I get this figured out. Walking really, I tell you what, I kind of enjoyed walking. After the first 3 days, the fourth and fifth and sixth day, it was very enjoyable walking. And my pace slowly increased. My last mile, it was 1.1 miles, and I did it in 21 minutes, which, that's not impressive to you normal healthy folks, but for a fat guy, that's pretty dang good. So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to go see if I can get an injection in my left big toe and maybe just walk myself through this and get my feet used to holding up this huge body over a mile or two. So today I'm going to do a couple of things. I have these 5 knives here that I need to start. This is Red's. That's a BC special for I forget. No, that's not Red. Okay, that's Everett. Red's getting a Texas Rumble. Jim Nichols is getting 2 knives, and Abel is getting that's a dinner skinner, Texas Rumble BC special, right? Is that a BC special? I'm almost positive it is. Yes, it is. Oh, and that's gonna look really nice with the African blackwood veneer on the bird's eye maple. Really gonna be a nice contrast. Okay, so today what I'm probably going to do, I also have to stop and take a bunch of packages to the post office. So I'm going to do some small things. I got to replace this disc. And you would not believe what an ordeal it is to replace something that needs to be replaced fairly frequently. You got to pull the table off. You got to get behind this and pull it off. And then it leaves all this adhesive on there, and you can't put a new one back over it because it makes it lumpy. And you're trying to, when I put my wood up here, I'm trying to get a square edge, not, lumpy is going to mess that up. So I got to get acetone and soak the adhesive down clean it all up real nice and shiny, and then put a new one on, then put the table back on. Also, I have some knives that I need to get cut out. I'm out of dinner skinners, and I have one Cato in there. So I think I'm going to cut a few knives out and just get ahead a little bit, because I have to stand at that machine for a very long time, and I'm really limited as to the length of time that I can stand in one place. So I got to do that in 20-minute increments. So I'm probably going to do some of that, and likely before the day is out, I can at least get a start on these. And what I at least like to do is get the holes drilled in the handles, because I have to do all that. I got to get the holes drilled before I can put it on my bevel grinding jig, and then grind the bevels on them. And before that, I gotta make all my marks on them, where I want the bevels, where I want the plunge lines, and then I mark the center of the blade so I know how far to grind in my bevel on each side. So I got a lot of work to do that, before I actually get a real good start on these knives. So I may get most of that done today. All right, let me, I got to empty my garbage. Today I got to take the garbage to the street. So, I feed the cat here, and that cat food, man, them empty cat food containers, good God, they stink. I mean, stink terrible. It smells like a combination of spoiled meat and skunk. And it makes the whole trailer smell bad, even down in here. So I'm going to dump that out and get that out of here today. And, all right, I'll be back. Let me go in a minute. I'm going to be driving up to the post office to mail them knives that I finished up yesterday. Well, that didn't take near as long as I thought it was going to take. The first time when I bought this, the disc that was on there, because it's difficult to replace the disc, I would imagine they used that disc until it just was absolutely not a shred of grit left on it. Because when I got it, it was smoothed out. And it took me hours to get all the old adhesive off. And this time I pulled it off, and it left, little specks of adhesive. And what I do is I take a razor blade and I scrape off the chunks of adhesive, and then I take a rag with acetone on it, and I just go around and around and around, and it softens up all the adhesive. Because you want, just like this, you want a clean surface to put that disc, the new disc on, or else you're just going to have lumps and you're not going to end up with a square surface. All right, let me get this new disc on. Okay, I've got the bevels ground on all 5 knives. That's a productive day. And here's something weird. Now, for 2 years, this has been my sanding stick. I wrap a piece of sandpaper around it, and I use my thumbs just like this on either side of the sandpaper. And for 2 years, I've used this exact stick. Well, I thought I would try something a little different. I've seen other knife makers do it, and they glue a piece of leather to their stick, which I can already tell is going to work better than just the solid stick. Because what it does is, if there's any low spots, it gets down into the low spots, and I like it. But the size difference, I mean, looking at it, there's very little size difference. But you would not believe how unhappy my fingers are trying to hold on to this new stick, new and improved, and how used to this size stick my hands have gotten. This feels so awkward and unfamiliar compared to that stick that I've used for 2 years, that it's just truly bizarre that your fingers, it's called muscle memory, but I've done this so long now, and I'm so used to this stick that just maybe a 1/4 inch bigger, yeah, about a 1/4 inch wider, and just about 1 1/8 inches longer, it would make that big of a difference. It, to me, my hands feel like it's just, it might as well be a baseball bat. I mean, it's just, it feels like it's that much bigger. I'll get used to it because this is going to work out. I may, see, this is why I cut me a new stick and put leather on it, because I didn't want to do anything to this that I might be sorry for. This is oak, and it's been around a while. I even had this at my old shop in Louisiana. So I've actually used this stick for probably closer to 4 years. And my hands are not happy trying to get used to a new stick. Okay, I just thought that was kind of interesting how muscle memory plays such an important part. I'll tell you the truth, driving a truck, almost 40 years of trucking, almost counting the Army. And I could shift in my sleep. I actually do in my sleep. I have shifted many a truck in my sleep. And you could ask me what gear I'm in while I'm driving down the road, and I couldn't tell you. It's just so natural, you don't even think about it. It's a combination of RPMs and the engine sound and the wind noise and the sound of the tires and the sound of the engine. It's just like a sixth sense. And I suppose doing something this long with one thing and then trying to transition to something else is similar to that kind of your brain that you're not aware of learns to do things a certain way, and that's the way it does it unless you train it a new way. And I guess I'm going to have to train my brain and my hands to get used to this new stick because, it's here to stay. Sorry, old stick. Let me see if I can show you something. This thing's got, you see that gouge there right up here? And then there's another gouge, 2, 3 more gouges. And then there's these pits right, maybe you can, yeah, right there. Can you see those pits? I got to sand all them out. I don't know why this metal came like this. I don't know what would happen to this steel to make it do that. So anyway, I think I mentioned I got 5 the bevels cut on 5 knives, 2 dinner skinners for Jim Nichols. This is I'm just starting on Abel's. I'm just working my way through. This is Abel's. Abel bought a neck knife a while ago. Abel's the guy that sent me and my wife the coffee mugs with my BC Blades logo. The next 2 are Jim Nichols dinner skinners there. That is Red's Texas Rumble. The bottom is Everett's BC Special. And I'm probably not going to get much more done. I think I'm going to get this done. I'm on 220. I'll get this done up to 220 today. Tomorrow I'm probably not going to do anything because I'll be at the doctor. And my wife will want to take that opportunity, since we'll be in town, to probably go to a grocery store or Walmart